Hey everybody, it's me, Sharky. I just want to take a moment to thank you for your interest and for watching our videos. And originally we weren't going to air this episode of It's Shark Time due to something that we call subtle trolling. It's what happens when somebody comes in the event to disrupt or cause problems in a way that isn't immediately perceptible. The audience can't tell what's going on, but they'll communicate it to you by their voice you recognize or using something in a name tag to send you a message while you're performing. Now, it's kind of unfair because you sort of have your hands tied, or in my case, my fins tied when we're on stage. And there was an event team. Now, in Altspace, the event teams, they don't play nice. It can get quite rough. And in this case, we had an event team that had caused disruption. They came in and were being very insulting. So we used the moderation tools and we blocked them from the event. Now, they circumvented this by creating alternate accounts and coming into the event and going out of their way to get on the show. And we originally thought, we're not going to air this at all, and we don't want to encourage this kind of behavior. But at the same time, we think it's important to show what goes on in Altspace and to really just give an accurate depiction of what it's like hosting events there. At the same time, it's barely perceptible, really. I mean, we noticed it, but most people watching aren't going to know what's going on at all. And that being said, we hope that you enjoy the show and you have some laughs and you just have a good experience watching it. Thank you all so much for your likes and your subscriptions, and all of that really helps keep us going. So thanks so much, and I'll see you soon.
Does anybody know what time it is? We'll jump into this.
Shark Time!
Let's hear it. Shark Time, that's right. All right, now for those of you who don't know, my name is Michael Forrest, and welcome to It's Shark Time. Now, before we get going, just a quick note about text messaging. I don't have mine in the off position, and all that means is if you send me a text message and you're like, why isn't he answering me? It's because they're actually turned off. I will turn them on at the end of the show. I'll be able to get texts then, and I'll be able to respond then. But really, the best way to reach us is by joining our Discord, and you'll find the address right here on the beam below me. All right. Also, yeah, so that's that. All right. Now, I performed over 800 events in Altspace, and that's a lot. And in that time, the question I get asked every single day is, why are we here? You'll even hear it throughout the event. We hear people coming behind you saying, what's this all about? What are we doing here? What's going on? And so I like to start out with that. I like to ask that question of the audience, and the answer is right below my podium right here. Those three wonderful little words that say it all. All right, everybody. So why are we here? Let's hear it. Feed a shark. We got a smaller crowd. We got to work harder. Feed a shark. Feed a shark. That's right. And in order to feed a shark, we're going to need a shark. And for that, we have Melvin, we have Buster, and we have Fang, who are in disguise tonight. And they're in disguise because of those guys over there, those orca swimming over there. Because one night, about a month or so ago, actually, it's about a month and a half now, we asked the question about organized crime. And all of a sudden our set stopped working. Normally we have these special effects that go on. We have animated bridges and the sharks move, and it's a lot of fun. But for some reason, Allspace did an update, and that update broke things for us. We've been in contact with the admins trying to get a fix on that, and many of you have written in to ask them to help us, and for that we're very grateful. If you haven't already written in, just go to altvr.com, and on the very bottom click on the support link, and there you'll be able to fill out a support ticket and just tell them that you enjoy the show and you'd like to see it restored. That's it. It's pretty easy. All right. So, and for those of you that take the time to do that, again, we're very grateful for that because it does help Allspace know that this is an important issue that we'd like to see get resolved. Now, if I could draw your attention to the microphone in your menu wheel there. Let's see. Actually, speaking of which, Scott Spokey, I'm going to go ahead and it's already taken care of. So if you have some background noise, as in the case of Scott Spokey there, or because we don't know what we sound like in Allspace, so you may have some background noise. And if that occurs, one of my moderators or my producer may go ahead and turn your microphone to red. That occurs, that means we won't be able to hear you. And if you do have something to say, feel free to unmute yourself. But if it did happen, be aware that you might have some background noise, or maybe you were having a conversation that was better suited for the campfire, and it was, deemed distracting. But if you are muted, don't feel like you can't express yourself. You're going to notice that you have a pink cheek smiley face in your menu wheel. And when you click on that, you're going to notice that your emoji panel opens up, offering you a wide variety of options with which to express yourself. I'll leave it to you to choose which one is the most appropriate. But if I could, I'd like to reserve this one because it's incredibly distracting. And we're going to use this as our signal when things go wrong. So if my voice gets choppy or something's going wrong, with the performance, and you want to let me know, that's a real great way to get my attention. And just by throwing a hand up, that's going to be like our signal there. All right, let's see. So yeah, we're going to do it that way. Now, as I said, I hosted over 800 events, and the reason I got going as an Altspace event host is because, listen, my friends are looking good now, but they didn't always look this way, right? They used to look real skinny. They were fading away to nothing, and I was desperate, and so I became an Altspace event host, figuring I'd get some people around. And it's true, it worked. Hundreds of people started coming to my events experiences, but nobody was willing to help me feed a shark. Right. It turns out you need some incentive. You need some motivation, maybe a little bit of bribery. And so what we come up with is we have a 12-piece world building kit. Now, if you're a world builder and you're getting started in Altspace and you want to have, some kits for your home space, or maybe you just want to, just decorate that little home space they give you, or maybe an event space. And what we're giving away is a 12-piece aquarium-themed world building kit. It comes with an empty aquarium, and it's yours to decorate however you want. If you haven't seen our prize kit, at the end of the show, we take a group on over to have a look at it. But trust me, if you haven't seen it yet, it's a really nice kit. And if you on our show, that's it. That's all there is to it. And if you would like to come up to be a volunteer, what you're going to notice is on your lower right, you're going to see a raise hand button appear as if by magic, because that's what passes for magic in VR. It's true. All right. And if you'd like to be on the show, all you have to do is press that raise hand button. We'll have you up here to be a volunteer and have a chance to win our prize kit. Now, if you've already been on the show and you've already won a prize kit, if you come on and you win, we give you the ability to give the gift, give the kit. Well, I guess you call it a gift because you're giving it away, right? But give the prize kit away to somebody in the audience. So if you don't come up, there's still a chance that you might actually win it. All right, everybody. Let's see. The audience is starting to get bigger. I like that. That's good. All right. Let's see. We have only one person on the list. All right. I got 3 sharks and only 1 volunteer. All right. Let's see. And is this one of those things where it's actually me that pressed the button? Because that would be bad. All right. Now we've got 1. Let's see. Can we get more? Anybody want to help me feed a shark? We got a smaller audience tonight, so we got to dig deep. All right. Oh, we got 2. All right. 1 more, and we might actually have a show. No, it's true. All right. It's not hard. We're just going to ask you some questions. It's not extremely dangerous. Probably crossing the bridge is the most dangerous part, I think. Possibly, maybe. All right, I'm not being honest about that. All right, ooh, looks like we got 3. All right, good. Excellent. All right, so let's see here. Who do we have? Let's take a look. Who's on the menu? All right, we have somebody named Fed Up with the username Be Nice. I'm getting a little concerned about that one. It's an interesting name. We also have Courtney, one of our returning champions. We also have Matt the Scientist. All right, guys, so we're Ravenhall regulars. So I've called your name. Come on up. Let's see. We've got Courtney, we've got Matt, and we've got Fed Up. All right, Fed Up, I got to know, what are you fed up about? Let's hear it.
Just people's bull.
I warn you now, we're a family. There's nothing more wholesome than feeding sharks.
Sorry.
That sounds like a sport. Okay, well, it is a sport. Well, there we are. All right. How long have you been around Altspace for?
A few months.
A few months. Well, yeah, definitely long enough to have that position on things. I understand. So, is this your first time out to the show?
Yes.
It is. Oh, I like that. That's cool. Look at that, everybody. Body language. So important. All right, cool. Matt, you've been on the show many times. Last time you had kind of an incident. Are you okay? You sound all right? We're not going to have any of that tonight? You feel better? All right, good. That's good news. Glad to hear that. All right. And do you have a strategy?
I cleaned it all up.
Oh, we don't need details, Matt. Again, we don't need details. Look, you're mortified, Courtney. You see what you did? That's not very nice. All right, Courtney, it's going to be okay. It's going to be okay. No one's going to judge you for it, okay? Now, let me ask you. You've won many times, more than anybody that's ever been on the show before. How do you do it?
I'm just that talented, I guess.
Oh, wow. And so modest, too. All right, everybody. All right. So if I could, let me ask you all where you're from. Courtney, if you don't mind sharing with our audience here, where you from?
I'm from Gibraltar, but I live in England.
Okay, cool. And Matt, where in the world do you call home?
Germany, the land of the sausages.
Germany? Okay, Germany with lots of sausages. All right, cool. And we also have Fed Up. Where are you from?
Miami.
Miami. Oh, I'm not gonna like you in the winter. Definitely not, because it's yeah, definitely. All right, all right. If everybody would follow me on up this ramp here, up top we have these yellow X's set up for you. So if you take a position up on these yellow X's and make yourself comfortable, because hopefully you'll be there for a while. Pick out a yellow X of your own. See Courtney beat Matt to Buster, because Buster's, I think, one of their favorites. All right, now Matt, let me ask you: do you contest?
Yeah, he's my bro. I want to feed him.
Yeah, well, right now you're over Fang. Fang's not
I
feeling
might
too
feed
good about
him.
about how you
Yeah.
feel about Buster there. All right, let me ask you, Matt. Do you
Oh,
consent to
no.
this?
Sorry, Fang.
Yeah.
Uh,
Do you consent to
yes.
this? Do. All right, and you realize that's legally binding in all the countries, most oceans, and low Earth orbit. All that.
I do everything
Excellent.
for sharks.
Or everything for sharks. All right, so it's legal there. Courtney, let me ask you: do you consent to this and all it entails? Say what?
E.
Are you? What are you saying?
E.
Oh, see,
Spanish.
it sounded like it was like, wait, what? I know you were in the Penguins, but okay, all right, good. So C, all right. As we all know, that means yes. All right, excellent, very good. All right, how about you, Fed Up? What do you say? Do you consent to this?
I didn't hear anything you said because you broke up.
Okay, well, I'm gonna try now. Can you hear me okay now?
I can't hear her.
Okay, all I want to know is, do you consent to this?
Sure.
And you realize this is legally binding in all the countries, all the oceans, low Earth orbit, to space.
What am I consenting to again?
To play on
To play?
and all it entails. Yes, and all it entails.
Sure.
Not gonna try to escape or anything like that.
Okay. Sure.
All right,
of course.
excellent.
Yes.
All right, now we have a legally binding agreement now, everybody. Okay, and now we can go. Now listen, these people represent the future of Altspace, and you get to determine what that's going to look like. Right? Because their fate. What's this? What? What's going on? What's going on?
Ooh, I want to
He's
know.
bullying you. It's not very nice. Well, you know what? Why don't you go stand over there? I'll separate the two of you. Break it up. You're distracting me. There you go. We're gonna break that up.
Got
There we
hungry
go.
sharks
Oh, you're
here.
sorry. Okay. All right.
Oh,
Oh yeah, the sharks.
hungry.
Oh, about the sharks. They're hungry. Yeah, let's take care of them. All
Very
right.
hungry.
So the future of Altspace is in your hands. What we're gonna do now is we're gonna ask our volunteers questions in an effort to get to know them, so that you can determine what the future of Altspace looks like. All right. And don't worry, there are no right answers here at Shark Time. All of those answers that can convince our audience that you deserve to live more than the person next to you. That's it. It's pretty easy. All right. And that being said, we're going to start out, I think, with you, Matt. Are you ready for your question?
Yes.
All right. Excellent. All right. Well, at the last Shark Time, we asked, this was actually recently, because fish stories are nothing new. But at the last Shark Time, we relayed a story that Courtney, who's standing next to you, gave to us from the Daily Mirror. Now, this question was constructed from this thing that actually happened, where some police officers entered a flat. In that flat was a big tank set up with an artificial Christmas tree in there with sharks circling it. And we were so amazed by this that we turned it into a Shark Time question, right? And so we asked that question, and just today, when he shared a new article with us saying that story did not actually happen. It's true, right? What actually occurred was actually goldfish. Now we want to know, how is it possible to mistake a goldfish for a shark? How does that even happen? Right? I don't have the answer. Right? So maybe we'll ask our volunteers and see what they have. What do you got, Matt? How can that happen? How can you mistake a goldfish for a shark? We need to know.
It must have been a very glamorous shark with much bling bling.
Oh, I see. So the goldfish had all this fancy stuff on, and the officer went in and was so shocked and so surprised by all this that they said, "Hey, look, that's too fancy. That's got to be a shark." Okay, that makes sense.
No,
man.
no, it's actually a goldfish. It's actually a shark, not a goldfish. They're mistaking it
I
afterwards.
see. So they think the officer was actually right. It was a shark, and
Yeah.
and now they're saying it's goldfish because it's too fancy. See, all right, that could happen. All right, how about you, Courtney? What do you say? How can an officer mistake a shark, for a goldfish? Mistake a goldfish for a shark, I should say.
Well, I'm gonna blame those who must not be named, although I'll name them orcas.
I see. So you think organized crime is behind it? That makes sense. You know
I
what? I
do,
believe
yes.
that. It's everywhere. You have no idea how deep this thing goes, people. All right. Now, Fed Up, let me ask you. How could you possibly mistake a goldfish for a shark?
Okay, so those were cute answers, but this story
Oh,
is actually about my next door neighbor. And what
okay.
happened was there was faulty aquarium and
See,
the glass was actually magnified. So then
magnified. How'd that
anything,
happen?
yeah, well, it's just the way the aquarium was
The
made. They
magnetic glass?
magnified. They put no, not magnetic, magnified, meaning make larger. Okay,
Oh, I see.
so
Oh, I see. Oh, I get
yeah,
it.
so the
All right, that
glass
makes
was
sense.
magnified.
Yeah.
So then when they
Objects in the mirror
saw,
are larger than they appear.
yeah,
Got it.
well, yeah, exactly. And
Yeah.
she couldn't keep her
I
so
see.
that's what happened.
I see. Okay. Well then, all right. Apparently, she missed the memo about the whole being a family-friendly show, but it was like right on the edge. I can't really say anything
I
about
didn't
it, Blue, but you know that's what it is. Okay. All right. So now, you know, chance to get a feel what our volunteers are all about. You got a sense for them, I hope. All right. So what we're going to do now is we're going to ask our volunteers to turn around and face this wall right here. And just turn this face back to the wall because it's for one thing, it's super creepy.
Oh, a
For
beautiful
two, it preserves
wall.
the integrity of the Shark Time boat. Well, thank you, Matt.
It is
You know,
a
we hadn't
beautiful
spoken
wall.
about it recently.
Got a good
Very
view of
nice.
Sharky.
You know, you had to repaint it
Yeah.
after the last time we had you up.
No
So, you know,
mirror up
how you
here.
feeling? You doing
Sharky.
okay?
Very nice.
Yes, I'm
All
still
right, good.
fine.
All right. We lost our voting system, so what we have to do now is compensate for that. All right. So we have a new way of voting until we get that fixed. See, we have 3 volunteers up here, and we have 3 fences. Right. So what you're going to do is you stand behind the volunteer that you want to vote for. So if you're voting for Fed Up, go ahead and stand behind this fence right here. All right. If you're rooting for Courtney, what you want to do is stand behind this metal fence here, or middle fence. Oh, maybe it's metal. I mean, it looks like it might be. It is like metal. All right. So it's this middle fence there. Wow, words are hard, everybody. And if you're a Matt supporter, stand behind this fence right here, and vote for Matt.
Wow,
like
that's
that,
cold.
Okay. All
That's
right.
cold.
Now, wait, what happened? What was
Said
cold?
that's cold.
It's cold. The
cold.
metal? It's cold.
Well, I don't. One of our contestants has almost.
Wait,
full support.
yeah. Okay. Well, we can't comment on that yet. How do you think you're doing?
I think I'm doing fine,
Doing fine.
but
Okay.
not as
All
good
right.
as Courtney.
Okay. Well, let's find out. Courtney, how are you doing? You think?
Oh, are we supposed to turn around? Oh.
No. That would be cheating.
Oh.
That's cheating. You signed a contract. How do you think you're doing, Courtney?
Well, I'm a pessimist by nature, so you can probably tell how I'm feeling.
Is Bomba feeding you any information from the audience? Possibly.
Remember?
Yes.
I guess he's
But
busy
was he-
eating fish right
he's-
now.
Yeah, he's busy eating
Okay.
fish.
He's distracted. All right. Good. Okay. How about you, Fed Up? How do you think you're doing?
Well, she's a pessimist. I'm an optimist. And I hope you made
Okay.
me a nice long fence.
Okay. Well, I think you should be feeling pretty good because the audience seems to like you from what I can see. So hang on one second. We got
Aw.
to determine if it's Matt or if it's Corey. I think actually I can tell. All right. Now, Matt, listen, I don't know how to say this nicely. Oh, you have plans tomorrow. Do you have any plans later? 'Cause
Yeah,
that might be an issue. Do. That's
Uh-oh.
too bad. I'm sorry to hear that. All right. Well, let me ask you. Does anybody know where you are right now? It's important.
Courtney
question we
knows.
ask.
And Bamba.
Courtney knows. Well, Courtney's got problems of her own. I don't need to worry about that right now. Well, Miss Producer, if you would do the honors, and Matt, if you could give us one of your best quality screams, we would
Okay.
appreciate it. It makes the process easier. Here we go.
Here we go.
Thanks for coming up again, Matt. We appreciate it.
Oh, no!
There we go. Oh, there we are. All right, excellent. How was that, Fang? Very good. All right, now we don't want our volunteers to see how you all voted, so mix it up. Let's shuffle the avatars, everybody. Mix it up, and when you get to where you're going, start going like this. Once you get settled, once you fully move, start going like this so that I can see. All right, we got a few in place. All right, there we go. All right, everybody going like this. Everybody settled? All right, that looks good. They're all good and shuffled. All right, you two can turn back around. And now we have an opening up here. If anybody would like to be a volunteer on today's show, I know we have a smaller audience today, but we do have an opening. If anyone would like a chance to win a prize kit, right? I'm not seeing anybody on the list here. Let's see. All right, we'll give you all a moment just to press that raise hand button. All right, let's see. Well, I think we're actually going to have to just go with the 2 we have. All right, whoa, that's disappointing. Fang could have had an extra meal there. It's too bad.
Fang needs
Nobody's
an
willing to
extra
help
meal.
me feed a shark? Well, buddy? All right, nobody wants to help me feed a shark. These are hard times, guys. All right, these are definitely hard times. Melvin.
Poor Fang.
All right, let's see. Well, Melvin and Buster, they might be taken care of, and Fang's already eaten, so it might be okay. All right, so I guess we'll just press on then to go work with what we have. This time, let's start out with you, Fed Up. Are you ready for your question?
Sure.
All right, cool. Very nice. Let's see what we have for you. Well, Dr. Starling, our lead researcher, he works over there at the Ravenhall Sea-Lab. Oh, that structure over there in the distance?
Oh.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, he's been trying to work on a solution for our organized crime problem. You know, it's been a bit of an issue. And he's invented all kinds of things to combat it. Thing of it is Dr. Starling's inventions don't always work the way they should. Like recently what he's been calling his reverso ray. What this thing does is it appears switch minds of people. Right. I can't go into too much detail. Our legal team over at Forrester and Wood tell me I can't go into too much about that. But if you could switch places with an admin for a day, what would you do and why?
Oh, dude, that's easy. First
Easy,
of all,
okay.
Oh, yeah. If I could be an admin in Altspace? Or
Yes, an
admin
Altspace
of
admin.
all that stuff you were talking
An
about.
Altspace admin,
Oh.
yes.
Oh, gosh, yes. I would totally open up the campfire to go way out there beyond those mountains because I always wanted to do that. And then I would bring games. I would bring games into the campfire because that's the central meeting place. So, I would make the campfire a lot more fun. And
Heard for
midnight.
real. Somebody yelled out for real. You got
exactly,
supported.
right? This is not unreasonable. And at midnight, we call in some pizza. And we know that it's midnight somewhere all day long. So it's a pizza party.
Right, wait a minute. So if you become an admin, you're going to extend the borders of the campfire. You're going to bring in games and you're going to give us pizza?
Yes.
All right, everybody, we need, you know what, those support letters you all been writing in, just put a little thing at the bottom that we should make this fed up person an admin. All right, because that's the change we want to see, people. All right, that's good. I like that. All right, Courtney, how about you? If you could switch places with an admin for the day, what would you do and why?
What would I do?
Yes. Notice how she said it all evil-like? What would I do? I would have my revenge.
Right. I would fill the campfire with penguins. That's my first priority. Penguins.
You gotta have priorities.
Penguins
This be the
everywhere.
winter campfire? Because otherwise that sounds like it might be cruel to the penguins.
We can make it, a nice snowy campfire with penguins everywhere.
Okay, so
Penguins
Courtney
in
would
the
bring back the
trees.
winter campfire. And fill it with penguins. What else would you do?
Penguins.
Uh-oh! Oh, no!
What happened? He fell in?
See, this is what happened.
Did he
What
just
happened?
You saw that, everybody? I'm okay.
That
I'm
was
good.
dangerous.
All right, well, it's a good thing I fed Sharky before I came in. Oh, that's terrible. Okay, I'm all right. Nobody panic. How's my hair? Hair okay?
Wet.
All right?
It's all wet.
Look good? All right. Reese says I look good. I believe Reese. All right, Reese has got me. All right, Courtney, sorry about the distraction. Where were we? Were there penguins in the winter campfire? And what else would you do?
I'd just get the penguins to waddle around, and then I'll put out some fish, and then you can actually feed the penguins with fish. And then
Oh,
what
cool.
I'd be
So
doing,
it'd be like a feed a penguin day in Altspace. It's interesting.
yeah, and then what
I
I'd be doing as an admin is sat at my desk watching everyone have a good time while I'm eating chicken nuggets.
Here we go. It sounds like a pretty good day for Courtney. Well, let me ask you something, Courtney. You've been a fan of the show for a while, pretty much since the beginning. You haven't missed very many shows. When all of a sudden you become imbued with admin power, you don't even try to help fix our show. It's messed up. Okay, I'm just saying. You enjoy those.
Of course I would.
No, it's too late. You didn't mention it. I'm just saying. All right. So now, if everybody would, we're going to take a vote now and see how our volunteers did. But if our volunteers could turn around and face that back wall again. All right, there we go. Just turn right around. There we are. Perfect. Very good. All right, everybody. If you're supporting Courtney, stand behind this middle fence right here. And if you're supporting Fed Up, all you have to do is stand over behind this fence right here. Right? Looks like everyone was taking up their position, so let's check in on our volunteer contestants and see how they're doing. Right, Courtney, how do you feel? How do you think you're doing? You doing okay?
No.
Don't think you're doing okay.
Oh.
No.
Okay, let's see. What's actually looking pretty even? All right, it is. It's looking kind of even when you take account. How about you, Fed Up? What do you think? How are you doing?
Free pizza for everybody. Yeah. I'm
Wow,
feeling
you saw
good.
that? Puts her arm over her head and starts moving her finger like here motions behind her. If you all saw that, saying free pizza for everyone. All right, you know what? Here at Shark Time, we fully respect bribery. That's nice. All right, very good. All right, anything to win, right? Okay, so now what we're gonna do is let's see how we doing here. As a producer, it's looking pretty even. Can we get like a
Oh, it's
count here and
not.
see how we're doing?
No,
Not?
I'm sorry, but
Okay.
it's not.
Maybe it's
not.
wishful thinking on my part.
But on the bright side, Brittany's gonna have a chance to feed Buster. So
That's true. All right, you know what though? You know what? Let's everybody shuffle it around. Shuffle it around because we still have some time left, and maybe we didn't get to know our contestants well enough. So let's drag this out just a little bit longer and give Courtney a chance to redeem herself.
Let's just make it even.
Right.
Oh,
Courtney, I gotta
more
tell you,
questions?
it's not looking good.
One more question? What we're doing?
No, yeah, I think we're gonna ask another question just to be on the safe side.
Very
All right,
nice.
you guys can turn back around and face the audience. All right. Let's see
Hmm.
here. Okay.
Oh,
And
9.
now we're going to ask one more question, just to make sure we fully understand and know where our volunteers are coming from. Right? And this way, you guys can be sure of your decision. Right? And then, we'll take another vote to see how we do. Right? Because I just noticed the time. We do have a little bit more time together. All right. So we're going to ask you one more question. And Courtney, this time let's start with you, since your life is in peril. Okay. Are you ready? Your question.
Yes.
All right. Let's see what we have here. All right. Now, let's see. Where did my question go? Okay, here we go. Now, everyone knows that an elephant never forgets, right? But few realize that a shark actually has a very powerful memory. And, particularly when it comes to food. So if you don't make it today, what would you like Buster to remember about you?
I love chicken nuggets. Lots of chicken nuggets.
Lots of chicken nuggets. So Courtney's all about the chicken nuggets. All right, now, Fed Up, let me ask you, what would you like Melvin to remember?
That, she was a good dessert. She tasted like strawberries.
Okay, all right, there we go. All right, so now we have that. And let me ask you, Fed Up, why is it
Yes.
you deserve to live more than Courtney? Why? We scared this over here. Why do you deserve to live more than Courtney?
I do not believe that I deserve to live more than her.
I see.
So,
What?
yeah. I think I could go down with her. If I'm the one that loses, I can just drag
Well
her
then,
with
okay.
me.
Well then, we would have a winner. Then. All right. So let's see. How about you, Courtney? Why do you deserve to live more than Fed Up?
I don't, but Bamba says that I do. So.
I see.
Yeah,
All right. So Bamba in the audience.
Bamba.
Is the will of Bamba. Okay, I get it. All right.
Yeah.
So now, all right. Let's take another vote and see how we do. So our volunteers can turn back around here. All right. Let's see how committed you all are to this. All right. Now, if you support Courtney, stand behind this fence, and if you support Fed Up, stand behind that fence. Let's see how we do. All right. All right. It's still. I don't know, Mr. Producer. To me, it looks even. Does it look even?
Helped Courtney's chances a little bit. Let's do a head count.
Looking like we have one undecided over there. Wait, what is this? What? What are you saying?
The girl with the red tail.
You what now?
Yeah, she's girl with the red tail.
Okay, I'm not sure what you're saying there.
Yeah, cause
Okay.
someone muted me. Why not mute me?
Somebody
the
muted
girl
you,
with the
okay.
red tail. I vote
Get over
for
there. What?
I vote for her.
You're voting for who?
Girl on the right. Girl on the right.
On the right. Yeah, there's nobody up there.
I have a
You
question.
might want to re-enter the space.
Yeah, up
Okay.
there.
All right. So here we go. All right. So now let's take a look. So we have Mr. Producer. It looks to me.
It looks like chaos.
it-
Is what it looks like.
Yes, it does. It looks a bit unorganized. Let's see. Let's maybe I'll get a clearer view if I come up here. Let's see how we are.
Unorganized.
Unorganized. Oh, Courtney, that was very good. Yeah, let's see. We're doing a count here. Let's
Honestly,
see.
I do. I think we're tied. We're
I
tied.
think we're tied. All right, so you know what we'll do? We'll ask one more question. All right, everybody, stay where you are, and the answer to determine this. So if this changes your answer, we'll take another vote there. But you guys continue to face this way, all right? And Courtney will come up with your question right now. Let's see what we have here. All right. Okay. Let's see. Do we want to ask this one? Yeah, I think maybe we do. Scientists can determine the age of a tree by counting the rings trunk. Right? And it turns out that sharks have something in common with trees because they can tell the age of a shark by counting the rings its vertebrae. So we're wondering, Courtney, what do you have in common with a tree? You'll put on the spot.
I feel put on the X.
Oh yes, put on the X. Oh, that's good. Oh, that's the first time we've had that answer. Very clever.
X marks the spot.
What do you think?
What do I have in common with a tree?
Yes.
Well, I don't have any rings, but if Matt wants to put a ring on it, then then I'll have more in common.
Oh, no pressure, Matt. No pressure.
Good answer.
Okay, very cool. How about you, Fed Up? What do you say? What do you have in common with
Well,
a tree?
being that I am fed up, and I'm fed up with more questions, so if we get asked one more question, I'm gonna leave like a tree.
Okay. Oh, okay. Very good. That's very clever. She's going to leave. Get it, everybody? Tree leaves. There we are. All right, everybody. Let's see how this affected the outcome. All right. So if you're voting for Courtney, stand behind this middle section. And if you're voting for Fed Up, stand behind this section right over here. All right. Let's see. What do we have? Mr. Producer, can we get a count?
Put a ring on me.
Possibly, if you make it, Matt's
Well,
around. He's looking very
first
nervous
Buster's
for some
gonna
reason.
have a meal. I'm
Yeah,
sad. To,
possibly.
well,
All right, Matt's throwing
I'm
up parts now, so
conflicted to say.
I think maybe you got him, Courtney. It's possible. All right, what do you say, Mr. Producer? I'm thinking it looks like have more people over on the Fed Up side, possibly.
I believe so.
Okay, so Courtney, I want you to think about that ring. Close your eyes. Give us a good scream when you start to feel the movement. All right.
Oh, no.
And does anybody know where you are right now? That's critical.
Oh.
Is that anybody that's like willing to press charges?
Yeah, you see, I've got. I recently got this. Well, not me, but someone I know recently got this really cool hydraulic press. And they just love to press, phone chargers, all sorts of chargers. So.
Yes. Okay.
Press chargers.
Right. That sounds like a threat, but you did consent to this. We're good. All right. Now, Mrs. Producer, if you could, there she goes.
Oh.
Okay. Wow, very nice. All right. Well, Fed Up, it looks like you're going to be our winner tonight. That means that sometime tonight you're going to receive a friend request from the Sharky himself. If you accept this friend request, shortly after that, you're going to receive our 12-piece aquarium-themed world building. All right. So now, if you would, come on down this ramp here, because what we're going to do is we're going to take your picture out for our Twitter here. So just follow me down. We're going to go all the way over to the other side of the stage here. Let's see where to go there. All right, very good. And if you could face the audience, if you stand right about maybe here, right, and then turn around and face me. Actually, there we go. All right, cool. Now, if everyone in our audience could come together, right, everybody come stand behind there. And what we're gonna do? Hey, Flips, how's it going? Everybody just start throwing up all those emojis that you can.
Here.
Right, there we go. Because we're gonna get a good picture. Here we go. We're gonna take a picture in 3, 2, 1. Yell at a shark time.
Time.
There we go. Very nice. Oh, that came out really good. All right, nice. Very good. All right, now turn around and look at all those emojis. Look at all those emojis going. Right? That now it sounds like popcorn, but that's all for you. How's that feel? That feel good?
I love you.
Oh,
I love
very
each and
good.
every one of you. And I want to thank my mama for dropping me off here so that I could participate on the game show tonight.
That was awfully nice of her.
Yeah.
Wow.
Now, where's the
That was
pizza?
nice.
I actually have to go soon.
Now,
too.
when you came in
Where's the
tonight,
pizza?
you may have noticed that we have a Patreon sign set up in the lobby. All right, we also have a buy us a coffee link. And the reason that we have this, we are trying to raise funds to put on more interactive experiences for all of you. What is this?
What we eating?
A poet, you got some music going on there? What's happening here?
Hey, how are you doing?
What's happening?
Good, how are you?
What's happening? Oh, okay. Well, apparently, I thought it was some music going on. All right. So now, but yeah, we have we're trying to raise money to put on more interactive experiences for all of you. A portion of what we collect goes to the Bimini Shark Lab. a wonderful organization that raised awareness about some of the challenges facing sharks in our oceans today, like shark finning and some environmental concerns. And as a matter of fact, we've recently adopted our first shark in the real world. This is Sharky right here, right, thanks to the efforts of all of you. And so we'd like to thank you all for your support, for coming out to our shows and supporting us. And also those of you that subscribe to our YouTube channel, I have to say, we like you just a little bit better. It's true. All right, everybody. So how many of you have not seen our 12-piece prize kit? Anybody? Put your hand up if you've never seen it before. Let me see. All of you have seen the prize kit. Oh, we got a few. Okay. All right. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go on out to another prize setup where you can actually look through the items of this prize kit and expect them close up, because we're really proud of it. We think it came out really good. We invite you to come out and join us. All right. So what we're going to do now is we're going to open up the stage blockers here, and you guys can cross this bridge. Be very careful that you don't fall. It's very dangerous. I had a fall before, and our insurance doesn't cover that. So come on up to the stage if you'd like to come out with us. And we're going to go on out to the Shark Time Showcase and inspect those prizes. Listen, if you are going to be around this Wednesday at 6:30 p.m. Eastern, we're going to be running another at Shark Time. So come on out and see us. And, we'll run it then. Check your events calendar for the local time. And listen, Altspace is going to be doing an update that may affect a lot of worlds. If we have any problems with that, we may have to, miss a couple of shows. We'll be coming back as soon as we get everything up. And if you find that any of your kits have failed, or there's maybe it's got a pink surface and you're like, wow, there's something broken with the kit, don't worry, we will be keeping an eye on it and we will fix it and we will get it as close of a match so that it won't affect any of your spaces, those of you that have used that kit to build with. All right, everybody. So it looks like what we're going to do now is we're going to head on out there. And let's see, we've got about a couple minutes left there. Okay. Wondering if maybe we want to try to give another way a prize. What do you think, Mr. Producer? You want to try to give away another prize?
Yeah.
Oh, his producer has left the building, so I guess that's a no. Okay, yes, so she's off to work on the prize distribution. All right, so what we're gonna do now is let's head up this ramp here and go into the blue light. All right, we're walking in that blue light right there, and we'll head on over to the Shark Time Showcase. So come on out and join me, everyone.
Meet in my home.
Okay.
I don't think I'm gonna go join it.